And then we have a workstation here where we have M7. This is for the LED calculator. We have the logic gates. And inside this S1, we're going to take out the yellow, the orange, the green, and the purple. We're going to use those. Okay, so we have Isabel here with us, who is going to be showing us how to distribute the wires and also the LED calculator parts. So we have in front of us, we have the parts list, we have our scale, we have sandwich bags, and then we have the wires, we have the static Ziploc bags for M7, and then we have the LED calculator logic gates. So the first step is that Isabel is going to take out 6 purple jumper wires, and we're going to measure this on the scale so that we don't have to count all the times. Okay, so we've removed the plastic film, so go ahead and turn it on. So this scale is very useful because we can do measurements and we don't have to count a bunch of things. So this is the cover, so you have to remove the cover, and there's a casing. The casing can also be used as a thing to hold objects. So we first tear the scale so that it reads 0. So go ahead and put the 6 wires. So right now we see it's 3.53. So for the 6 wires, we can just count them, but when we do the other ones, it's going to be like 20 or 30, so it's better to do the scale. So the assembly that Isabel's going to do is she's going to put the 6 purple wires into the bag. She's going to put 8 orange wires. So go ahead and weigh it. So this will save her from counting it next time. So 3. So essentially when she does orange, it'll be 3 grams. And then 20 of the yellow. And one trick is you can count 5, weigh it, and then see when you put another 5, it's double if you want. All right, so 10 is 18.1. So another 10 should get us to 36.2. Okay, so we see 36.2. All right, so 10 yellow wires. And we should write this down somewhere so that we keep track of it. And then 20 of the green wires. Now the counting doesn't have to be exact. The number that each student receives is going to be more than what they need. And also the number of wires we give is more than what you need to make 50 packets. So something close to the correct amount is fine. Just don't be off by more than 20 or 30%. All right, so 20 this time is 16.4. Okay, so Isabel has finished making the Ziploc bags with the wires, and you'll end up with extra wires, so that's to be expected. The next step is to build these part sheets and then put the bird pins, so this will be taped together, and then loosen the bag will be the silver bag, which has the PCB board and then the jumper wires together. So we'll go ahead and start assembly of one of these LED parts. So the fun part is opening this set of logic gates. We want to lay them out carefully, and we don't want to mix the different gates. So go ahead and open these up and separate them out. So you should have 2 of each for the different types of gates. So there should be 2 rows. So you'll see this one's labeled AND. So these 2 are AND. And what we're going to do is we're going to keep the same side facing. So we'll have the white side facing. So you'll lay out all the different ones. And based on the sheet, it goes AND or XOR. So we're going to put the ANDs on the left and then the ORs next. Okay, so we have 2 ANDs. We have 2 ORs, 2 XORs, 2 NANDs, 2 NORs, and 2 XNORs. To open this up, you should use a screwdriver. I think I'm going to go get a screwdriver so that this is easier. So in box M6, we're going to take out the wire cutters. These are going to be helpful for allowing us to open these containers. So Isabel is going to use the blade part, but aim it down and angle it away from people and then pull gently to take it out. So that allows you to get access to the logic gates. And when we take these out, what we're going to do is we're going to very gently angle them to allow a single gate to come out. For assembly, we're going to take out one of these Post-it notes. So this is from M1. So essentially what we want to do is to pour out for a specific type of gate into a plastic bag so that we just have bags initially at the gates. And this is just to save us time because it's going to be very difficult to get out individual ones out of the tube in a controllable manner. So yeah, just pouring out the tube inside. So the one disadvantage of doing this is that the gates were originally laid out in a specific orientation. So when your student has it on the sheet of paper, the 8-6 may not necessarily be on, or the 0-8 may not necessarily be on the right side. So they may have to rotate to see which direction it's facing, or XOR, NAND, or XNOR, and put the two bird pins. The bird pins were inside this container M7. They were inside this pink plastic bag. So she pulled it out of that. And so go ahead and tape. Yep. And then that can now go into the plastic bag. So in the plastic bag, she had also taken out one of these FM transmitters. So these are the ones before they're soldered. So she has one of those, plus the wires, plus the circuit part that she just made. And that completes this LED calculator assembly. You'll notice that in this bag, there are other parts. So these are for the school use. So there's a tool to lift out gates from the circuit. And then there's also this gate tester. So it just double checks that your circuits or your chips themselves, the logic gates, are functioning correctly. I managed to knock over some of the gates on one of the tapings that I did. And so now I need to identify the different gates if I wanted to put them back in order. One trick is you can turn on your flashlight on your phone, and that'll illuminate this so you can read it a little bit clearer. Or you can just look in your cell phone and it has magnification. So this one is 08, is 00, so that's the NAND gate. So place that. This one is 32, so this is the OR gate. 86, so that's the XOR gate. Is 4077BE, so that's the exclusive NOR gate. And so this last one should be 02. Yep, 02. And then I can put my two bird pins back. And I can tape this back. We finished assembling 40 of the packets. There's actually enough material to make all 50, but we're just going to stop at 40 for now. So the extra wires, the extra logic gates, and then there's also extra LED calculator in here. It's up to you if you make 40 or if you make 50, but there's enough for 50 for this packet.